Underage boys spying on underage girls with a hidden webcam? Sounds like a crime to me. But to Dan Schneider, it's some quality children's television. Webcam is an episode of Zoey 101 I remember pretty well. It's from the show's first season and aired over 20 years ago. So I was only a little kid when this episode premiered. And fun fact, the original plot of this episode actually involved the boys putting a spy cam in the girls' locker room, but Nickelodeon said no to Dan and told him he had to make it the lounge instead. Just kidding. But also, maybe that happened. We don't know for sure. None of us were there at the Nickelodeon studios. So now we're gonna take a look back at Webcam from Zoey 101 to see if it's really as messed up as I think it is. Oh yeah, and this episode was requested by channel member Wolffang2785 repeatedly, and I respect the hustle. That's the kind of dedication we need in the Agro Army. So Wolffang, this one's for you, big boy. As always, if you guys like this video, be sure to throw us a like and maybe even subscribe. I might just release the footage of my incident from the Christmas party if you do. And if you have any other episodes or shows you'd like me to cover, let me know in the comments. All right, let's dive in. So the episode starts off with the girls playing Confessor Stress in the girls' lounge. And why call it Confessor Stress? Why not just Truth or Dare? Literally, no one owns the copyright to Truth or Dare, so why not just call it that? They explain to Quinn how to play and tell her that nothing anyone says or does can ever leave this room, and she agrees. They also mention they ordered sushi, and right on cue, Chase and Logan show up as the sushi delivery guys. And honestly, it's kind of odd. This is season 1 of Zoey 101, and the characters are young as hell. I'm pretty sure they're like 8th graders here. I don't even think they're freshmen in high school yet. How are they old enough to have jobs? And for that matter, isn't Logan filthy fucking rich? Why does he even have a job? Logan's being a jerk, and of course, making Chase do all the actual work and not helping at all. But he tells the girls he wants to be less of a jerk and wants everyone to get along. So he got them a gift as a peace offering, a big teddy bear wearing a PCA shirt. The girls are all pretty shocked that it was all Logan's idea and that Chase had nothing to do with it, but they accept the gift nonetheless. Nicole pays Chase by sticking the money in his mouth, and that's frankly disgusting. Cash is covered in a ton of harmful bacteria, and brothers tonguing it up like it's a hot chick on a Tuesday night.
Oh, hey man, I'm feeling kind of sick, so I'm gonna head back to the dorm and lie down.
What? I can't deliver all this sushi by myself?
What do you mean, Chase? Logan wasn't doing any of the work anyway. It doesn't make a difference if he goes home. The boys fuck off and the girls go back to playing Confessor Stress. And Nicole gets Confess, where she admits that she made a chart of all the guys in her study hall based on who has the cutest lips. And Quinn acts like this is kind of a wild idea.
I kind of made a chart of which guys had the cutest lips.
You rated boys' lips? On what criteria? Shape, color, kissability?
But she must have secretly been inspired by Nicole's research here, because just a few seasons later in the episode Curse of PCA, Quinn and Lola can be seen analyzing the way boys eat apples to find out who would be the best kisser. It's Zoey's turn, and she rolls odd, which means she has to do a dare.
Now how should we stress Zoey?
I say Zoey has to prank call Mr. Callahan.
Yeah. That would be so great. I'm not prank calling our English teacher. You rolled odds.
Dana is over Zoey's ass, and honestly, so am I. Zoey's all geared up, all ready to be playing this Truth or Dare game until she gets a dare that she doesn't like. Imagine, you agree to play Russian roulette with a bunch of people. You're number 6 in line, and when the gun gets to you, you quit. But all the other 5 people before you already pulled the trigger. Ridiculous. So, luckily, Zoey gets over herself and does the dare. And I remember this part actually making me laugh as a kid.
Yes, I'm calling about the mustard you ordered.
Mustard? I didn't order any mustard.
Yes, sir. You ordered 9,000 jars of mustard.
What? Who could eat that much mustard?
That's none of my business.
The next day, Chase tells everyone how brutal it was delivering sushi all night long by himself.
So how was work last night?
Brutal. Brutal.
Delivering sushi's brutal?
Zoey, you've never worked a day in your goddamn life. Who are you to talk? Moving on. Chase then recounts delivering sushi to a weirdo who had a goat in his dorm. And I remember there being an entire episode about how hard it was to hide a tiny little dog named Elvis in someone's dorm room without getting caught. So to be honest, hiding an entire pet goat is kind of impressive.
What's going on, guys?
Just doing some homework. What's so funny?
Yeah, we were just wondering, Which one of us do you think has the cutest lips?
Kinda weird to see Michael being a jerk right alongside Logan. I feel like normally he's more like Chase's friend, who's also friends with all the girls, and usually Logan is the only jerk.
Okay. What was that all about?
I don't know, but we're gonna find out.
If I was Chase, I'd be like, okay. That sounds like something they should have said while getting up to leave, but they just sit there and don't do anything. Back in the girls' lounge, Zoey and Nicole ask Dana if she told the guys their secret, and she says no. Quinn walks over and asks who blabbed, because people know her secret now too, that she likes to eat baby food. She says it's really upsetting that people know about it, and then proceeds to take out some baby food and begin eating it publicly right in the lounge, where anyone could easily see her. If she was really that upset about people knowing, she could have just ate it in her room, right? Cut to Chase arriving for a shift at Sushi Rocks, and this is actually Kazu's first appearance in the series.
What's up, Kazu?
You're it.
I'm 10 minutes early.
No access.
Okay, just put the knife down.
Now hurry. You have many deliveries to make.
Sushi isn't really supposed to be left at room temperature for very long, and all of Chase's delivery for that night were fully prepared and just sitting out in the open. He even showed up 10 minutes early, so if he showed up on time, they would have been sitting out for even longer. They're trying to food poison the PCA students. Sushi Rocks is an underground organization. You heard it here first. He finds out that Logan actually called in sick for his shift, so he has to make all the deliveries by himself again, and he's not too pleased. Cut back to the girls' lounge, where Zoey's got her dogs out. Woof! Woof! We are like 3 episodes into Zoey 101 as a series. It's a brand new show at this point, and Dan is wasting no time getting started on his barefoot quota. There's a quick joke where Nicole gets called out for wearing Hello Bunny underwear. Then Quinn comments on Zoey's weird toenail, and Zoey explains she dropped a bowling ball on it when she was 7. Was she fucking jacked? What kind of poundage bowling ball was she using that it was heavy enough to ruin her toenail for life? She was only 7. Also, leave it to Dirty Dan for it to not be enough to just show us Zoey's dogs on camera, but to actually write lines of dialogue pointing out her feet in just the 3rd episode of the series. It's a bit ridiculous. Dana ends up tripping on her skateboard that Nicole moved from the table to the floor. And honestly, Dana would have saw that in her peripheral vision when she walked over.
I thought I left it here on the... Okay. Who left the skateboard there? If I were you, I'd run.
Yeah, Zoey's a fucking narc for selling out Nicole to Dana about the skateboard instantly. Cut to the kids eating outside when a random guy walks over.
Hey, Nicole.
Oh, hi, Brad. He's on my cute lip chart. What's up?
There is absolutely no way he wouldn't have heard that. Come on, he was right there. It was so loud.
Do you like these bunnies on my underwear?
Did he go out and buy those undies just to make this joke? That must have taken time and effort. He actually spent money on those. And none of his bros are even around to laugh. Is he just doing this for his own pleasure? Another guy comes up and makes fun of Dana for the skateboard wipeout, and then makes a comment about Zoey's toe. And she decides enough is fucking enough.
All right, that's it. All girls in the dorm lounge now.
What? Is Zoey their president? Every single girl within the vicinity, even the random extras in the background, all listen to her right away. Dana didn't even get to eat a bite of her lunch. She just leaves it there. Cut to dozens of girls yapping and fighting in the girls' lounge because they're convinced one of them is telling everyone's personal secrets to the guys. Quinn offers a solution.
I invented my own lie detector machine, and it's over 98% accurate. I just connect 3 wires from the machine to your brain so that I can...
Wait, how do you connect the wires to our brain?
Oh, I just have to make a small incision just below your left ear so...
How could she possibly know the accuracy rate without performing any tests? Has she performed this surgery on multiple subjects? Does Quinn have a kill count? Someone accuses Zoey of being the rat, since it's pretty sus that she doesn't want to get the brain surgery lie detector test thing done, and everyone keeps fighting. While of course, we zoom in on Logan's teddy bear gift, and its bright red glowing spy cam eyeball. And and cut to Logan and Michael enjoying the show because the spy cam teddy bear also seems to live stream. All right, look, you're telling me it's been multiple days and that thing, which hasn't been plugged in anywhere, can still provide constant live video feed with audio? Brother invented the powerless live stream camera, and I need one. Also, computer, zoom in. That's a fucking camera and a cameraman. It might be blurry, but that's definitely the reflection of a camera and a cameraman. This is a TV production. I wouldn't have made a student film and expected to get away with showing a cameraman in a reflection. The girls figure it out in the very next scene when they realize this all started happening the same night Logan gave them the teddy bear. They sneak down to the lounge with some device Quinn uses, and it starts beeping like crazy, but only when she holds it in one exact spot.
Well, that bear is broadcasting both audio and visual transmissions via broadband wavelengths to a remote digital receiver.
How could she possibly know that? I feel like at most, her little metal detector thing should have told her there's a camera in the bear, but how could she know all those other details? Also, I'm pretty sure Zoey has the radio that Chase's grandfather left him in the season 3 episode, The Radio. And yeah, she's not supposed to acquire that until the 38th episode, but Chase's grandfather's radio is somehow in Zoey's fucking room already. One more thing.
Did you have anything to do with it?
Come in.
What if Chase was playing with his worm when Zoey busted in? Zoey accuses Chase of knowing about the teddy bear webcam, and of course Chase denies it. Yeah, I know it's only season 1 here, so I guess they haven't known each other that long, but they already seem like pretty good friends. And Zoey is way out of line accusing my boy Chase like this. Zoey goes over to Logan's computer and types for about 10 seconds, and then somehow finds the live video feed.
What are you looking for?
This. Look.
What was she typing? You click to open programs. Is Logan hosting this live stream on a damn web server for anyone to watch? Chase realizes this is why Logan has been calling out sick from work every night to spy on the girls. And Zoey says, what a freak. Which, yeah, fair enough.
Did she just eat a leaf?
Stop looking. It's wrong to spy on people.
But that's a fake plant. She's eating a plastic plant.
Excuse me? Quinn knows that there's a spy camera. She's the one who told everyone about it. So she knows she's being spied on inside the lounge. And yet, she eats a goddamn leaf right in front of the camera? Chase says you gotta get rid of that bear ASAP. And Zoey says, or maybe we keep it and have a little fun with Logan. And I'm ready for a little bit of payback. Cut to everyone outside discussing their big plan for revenge. And hang on, why is Michael there? He's proven that he's loyal to Logan, not the girls, this entire episode. But he says he'll help with their plan and make sure Logan's watching the webcam tonight. So whatever, I guess.
Logan back yet?
No, I don't know where. Sure, I will vote yes on Prop 46. Hello.
What's up?
That's a really weird fucking joke. Like, it makes no sense and kids aren't gonna understand it. In fact, I barely understand it. So Logan's watching the live stream now, and everyone starts their big skit to get revenge. It starts off with Chase pretending he's giving all the girls a bunch of free sushi, when Kazu shows up and catches him in the act, and things get a little spicy.
I'm going to tell the dean, and then you'll be... And then you'll be...
Be what?
Quinn, next card.
expelled!
How would Logan not see or hear Zoey telling Quinn to flip to the next card? It was directly on camera, and Logan was watching. Kazu tells Chase his ass is going to prison, so Zoey knocks him over the head with a glass vase, which is really just a breakaway vase that Nicole got earlier. And Kazu pretends to be knocked out cold.
Oh no, now we're all gonna get expelled.
This is insane. No, nobody's getting expelled.
But he's gonna wake up eventually and tell the dean what happened.
Yes, that's why we we have to get rid of it.
Look, I understand they're trying to tell us that Logan is zooming in and out with the mouse pad as this live skit is happening, but these are like full-ass camera movements. I highly doubt Logan is scrolling in and out this much while he's watching this crazy event unfold. He's more focused on Kazu getting knocked out. Zoey announces that they'll just blame Logan for the crime since Kazu didn't see who actually hit him from behind, and everyone just agrees. Logan, of course, panics and runs off to get the Dean. And fun fact, this is actually the first appearance of Dean Rivers. Also, kinda random, but this is also the first episode without an appearance from Dustin, making it the first episode in general of the whole series where one of the main characters does not appear. Logan runs into Dean Rivers' private bathroom and interrupts him in the middle of a shower. Unacceptable. How did he even get in here? Why didn't Logan just call the police if he really thought he witnessed a crime? He says it's an emergency, and Dean Rivers gets out of the shower abruptly, and bro didn't even finish shampooing. It would have taken 30 seconds. They run across campus together while Dean Rivers' cock and balls are hanging loose and shaking around. Once they get to the lounge, nothing is happening, so Logan looks like a frickin' nutcase. He insists that Kazu has been knocked out cold and his body was stashed in the closet, but of course, the closet is empty, and then Kazu walks in perfectly fine and unharmed. He says he's helping Chase with his deliveries tonight since Logan called out sick, but then comments that Logan doesn't look very sick.
You're fired! I feel like Donald Trump.
So, that line confirms Donald Trump canonically exists in the Zoey 101 universe. And it's so weird to hear him referenced just as a celebrity from The Apprentice who fires people, and not as the controversial political figure that we all know him as today. Logan says none of this shit can be possible because he saw Kazu get knocked out with his own eyes, through his teddy bear spy cam, basically admitting to spying on all the girls. And Dean Rivers is not happy. He tells Logan they're gonna go have a little call with his parents, and he has quite a grip on Logan's arm, to be honest. Kinda wish Dean Rivers would grab me that way, if you know what I'm saying. The episode ends with the girls ordering sushi. God damn. How much sushi do they order? Sushi is expensive. Come on now. And they show Chase they angled the webcam to face a beautiful sunset over the beach. A pretty cool idea, until it rains, or wind knocks over the bear so it's face down pointing at the grass. Also, the girls would have had to have gone there to set up the bear, right? Why didn't they just stay to watch the sunset with their own eyes? They're watching it on their laptop anyway. They could have just sat there next to the bear. I also love that PCA's Wi-Fi just works whenever it fucking wants to. Because in season 4, Chase and Zoey can't have one stable video call. But in this episode, the bear can be taken literally outside and not plugged into anything for days and still provide a crystal clear live stream image. Kinda ridiculous. After all is said and done, personally, if I was one of the girls at PCA, I might have kept it a bit more simple with the revenge plot against Logan, and just use the opportunity to absolutely destroy Logan's confidence a bit. You could all just sit around and say, God, isn't Logan so ugly? Yeah, he's an uggo. Whoa, I definitely wouldn't smash him. Yeah, bro, he's too short. I can guarantee you Logan would be crying to himself after watching that. And it also would have taken a lot less effort than the original plan they came up with. But I guess their big elaborate plan with fake injuring Kazu was all right too. But all things considered, Logan does get off with this pretty easily. He commits an actual crime. Sure, the dean calls his parents, but it seems like he doesn't get in any trouble at all. So you heard it here first. PCA is the place to go if you want to break some laws and get away with it. But enough of me yapping. What do you guys think of Webcam? Do you think it still holds up 20 years later? Or do you think this shit is an illegal heaping pile of trash? Let me know how you're feeling in the comments, and let's kick it. And as always, I gotta give a massive, throbbing, heartfelt shout out to the Agro Army, the Patreon and channel members. You guys are like blood pumping through my veins. You give me energy, you give me life, and that's all I can say. If you're still here, that's awesome. Maybe subscribe if you haven't yet, and check out some other videos. You might have fun. All right, thanks for listening.